Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Now, I wanted to give you two separate videos today, but I decided to merge them into one. I was going to give you the support build for the title update 3, and also then after that I was going to do the 9-star quest for today. But then I thought, why not make the build and use that build in the fight against the 9-star monster. So, now the comfort build that I'm going to be showing today, it's a template that fits to my playstyle. You can then use it to adjust it to your own playstyle, right? So when it comes to comfort skills, there are only like 4 skills that I look to add to my build, and they are by priority. Number 1 is Divine Blessing, number 2 is Evade Extender, number 3 is Earplugs or Evade Window, depending on who I'm fighting, and lastly is whatever element I'm dealing with. So if I'm fighting like Yakras, it's going to be Thunder. If you're fighting, let's say, who does fire in this game? Rathalos, you have fire. So, to match the element that I'm dealing with. So this is, for me, this is what I look forward to in my comfort builds. Now, there are people who prefer to have passive healing in their builds, and you actually have 4 options in the game. The best one is the 4-piece set bonus from Zoshia. That's if you pair to the immunizer, then you have like passive heals. And then second is the Decimator set bonus from Guardian Archveld. When you break the wounds, you get a good chunk of heal if you use the 4-piece set bonus. The last one is, and it's my least favorite, or the third one, which is my least favorite compared to the other 2, is the Archveld set bonus. Well, I think Hasten Recovery or something. Hold on, let me just check the build here. I think it's called Hasten Recovery. Yeah, Hasten Recovery. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not as good as the other 2, and the sacrifices you have to make to have the 4-piece set bonus is just too great. So, but then again, everyone has their own playstyle, so maybe you like this, or maybe in the future, if they add augmentation to the weapons where we can have health augments, maybe then this will be viable. And lastly, for the passive heals, you have the Mending Mantle, and then you can use Tool Specialist to reduce the cooldown, and then so that you can have it as much as possible in the hunt. Now, for me, passive healing is not really something I look forward to in my comfort builds. For me, what's comfier for me is dealing with sharpness and having iframes and having less worries when it comes to the element the monster is doing. So in my build today, I managed to add a few elements of all the things I talked about, and the set bonus we have is the 2-piece set bonus from Zoshia. So this is the build I'm using right now. And this is the one we will be fighting the 9-star quest with, right? So just to give you 2 videos in one, instead of giving you 2 separate videos who are 10 minutes each, I would rather give you this one. So if we go to equipment info, so we have 2 pieces from Zoshia. We have the helmet and the waist guard for Agitator level 2, and then here we have Agitator level 1. And then we have the chest piece from Udra, all of them, the Arch-Tempered, the gloves from Raidao, and the legs from Oduna. This one is optional. Like, you have other options here. You have the legs from Raidao, and you also have the legs from New Udra. But then the problem with these 2, New Udra has no level 3 decorations, so you'll be stuck with Resentment and Counter-Strike and Speed Eating. Now, Speed Eating, also a good comfort skill, but in this case, we need the 2 level 1 decorations, so we opted with this one. If you favor stun resistance, then yeah, the Raidao legs is your best bet. Now, I will show you why I need those 2 level 1 decorations later on. So, the legs we have chosen for Duna. So we have 3 of the Arch-Tempered gear pieces here. So that gives us the group skill Lord Soul. That gives us more attack, and it saves us not dying once. So that's also comfy in my opinion. Now, when it comes to the talismans, the talisman is optional. I just have to highlight one thing. If you don't care about dealing with the elements the monsters are dealing, like let's say you're fighting like Yakras, you don't care about thunder resistance here, then you can use those 3 level 1 decorations to add Divine Blessing here, And then you have this whole talisman slot free, right? But for me, because I care about that in my comfort build, I would like to have Divine Blessing and the element they're dealing with. So they're doing so I can have the resistance for it. I do wish this Divine Blessing talisman had a good sharpness skill, like Razor Sharp, for example, or maybe Protective Polish. I do have other Divine Blessing talismans, but they only have 2 levels, and they don't have enough level 1 slots. So I chose this one. And if you notice, we don't have Critical Eye here. We don't even have Maximum Might. So we have 1 level of Expert here on the talisman, and we have 2 Expert Jewels here, 1 level 3 and 1 with Flight, to give us the affinity we need, because we don't have many options for affinity from the gear sets, and we have Weakness Exploit. Now Weakness Exploit here is optional. I just wanted to have something different. You could use Latent Power, it's fine, but for the sake of changing things, I chose with the Weakness Exploit. So that covers the affinity. We have 30 from Weakness Exploit. We have 20 from Critical Eye. That gives us 55, 5% from the weapon, 20 from Critical Eye, 30 from Maximum Might, 30 from Weakness Exploit. There is no Maximum Might here, but 30 from Weakness Exploit and 50 when we have the wound, but we all know that will never happen because that wound is gone within a millisecond. So we say 30. So total will be 55, and then with Agitator we have 15. We will go to 70, if my math is correct. So the Agitator comes from the armor set, from the new Udra, from the Zoshia, and from the legs of Duna. So we have Max Agitator, Max Weakness Exploit, Max Critical Eye. So we're not sacrificing too much damage, and we still manage to fit the skills that I care about in my comfort build, them being Divine Blessing, Earplugs, or Evade Window, and Evade Extender. Now, Evade Window here, we have none, right? Which is perfectly fine if we pair it with the meals we eat. Now, if I'm fighting something that roars too much, like the Guardians, like who else roars too much in this game? Maybe Gore when he goes to the Enrage mode, but I think the Guardians are the ones who roar too much. So I would use Earplugs. You only need 1 level of it. Then when you have the buffs, you will have another level, but for the sake of maximizing it, so we have 2 levels of Earplug, 1 from the 3 buffs that we have. And if we are fighting something like we need more iframes to deal with them, like Seregios, all those other monsters that have consecutive attacks, or we need to iframe them to be more aggressive, then I would just go to Evade Window. And then we will eat the meal from the oil basin, or use the meals that I showed you in the other video, the recipes that you can use to give yourself Evade Window. So yeah, this is the build that I'm going to be using today for this hunt. And the test subject today is the offspring of speed, aggression, questionable chip damage, and Black Air Force energy. And that is Steve. So if we're fighting Steve, then I will just go in here and slot in what is called bleed resistance. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about the bleed. I don't have to worry about my HP going down when I get inflicted by it. So this is what we will be using. I don't have a good thunder weapon. My Artian weapons when it comes to thunder have been horrendous. Like, this is the best I have. Yeah, this is disgusting. So I'm just gonna use the blast element for those occasional flinches. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see if we get cooked by him or we just bully him as always. Let's just restock our stuff. Yeah, so we have the food for 72 minutes, so we're fine. The meal buff we have is, yeah, that tumbler skill is the one that I'm talking about when it comes to Evade Window. So we do have the food buff. Let's see if we have an investigation with, oh yeah, this is where plains are. I don't like to fight him in the plains just because in the desert the camera is funny. So let's go fight him here. I will give myself 12 minutes, 13 minutes clear time if I don't die once. Let's see, drink the... No, eat the steak.
What do you think we'll find?
Okay, we have a boulder to throw on his head. I do need to lure him to that after I get the sneak attack. Okay, we have all 3 buffs. Is he below it? No. He's actually, yeah, he actually is. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. We have to deal as much damage as we can before he gets up. He's gonna roar soon. Nice flinch. See, this is why I like Blast. Okay. Effectively, we have 5 levels of evade window here, because we have 2. I think that one gives us 3. So effectively, we have 5. Come on, I'm trying to offset. I'm gonna get killed. Okay, let's get back to it. Should have drank the immunizer for that extra heal from the Zoshi asset bonus. But we move, it's okay. Maybe when we go, if he decides to change zones, which I should be stopping him from, if you want to finish as fast as possible. Another offset, let's go. Come on, come on. I'm gonna pile those offset today. Bruh. That's a grapple. Again? Okay, twice in a row. We would be doing more damage if we had thunder weapons, but as I said, maybe I could have used the Lagiacrus weapon. But the RTN weapons give us so much more when it comes to customization for our decorations. Also, I forgot to mention all those builds that you feel like, that I felt like they don't do enough damage or you sacrifice too much. They will be much better in the next update when we have a transcend system. Allow us to get more out of our gear sets in terms of decoration slots. So maybe by then the decimator set will be good. The Archvild set will be good. This is why I bring my other build to this fight, because I'm leaving so much damage here. This is a comfort build, so I have to live with it. My other build will have maximum level of adrenaline rush, because look at how many times you dodge him in the fight. Pretty much active the whole time. 1, 2. Oh wow. Okay, scammed. No ways. Oh my god, again. Offset. I'll take it. Okay. Should have delayed the mount until my cat says he's leaving or he's changing areas. That's what I normally do, but it's fine. We have here the thorns, give us additional wounds. Come on. I normally finish the mounts on the head, because especially for him, the way his head moves, man, makes it difficult for you to get the extra. Yeah, this is where I should have mounted, but it's fine. Gives us time to sharpen our weapon, drink the immunizer. Theoretically, if you don't care about the set bonus from Zoshia, there's another option where you can go with, which is the waist guard from Urduna. because you're using the legs, if you take that waist guard, it gives you 2 levels of tool specialist. So you get more defense when you use the mantle, and you get more cooldowns for your mantle. So that's one way. That's what I'm using from my tool specialist build. Give me the... Ooh. I see a purple wound. Oh, I'm dead. God. This is what I'm talking about. Oh boy. I I should be really careful when it comes to these the combo finishers. I'm just fishing for offsets. That's my biggest problem. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna drop down. He's gonna fly again. That was funny. That was buggy. This is why you need earplugs, but I'll sacrifice that for this. If I had earplugs there, I wouldn't have been staggered, but in this fight, I would value evade window more. That's more comfy for me. Also, in this build, you have 5 level 1 decorations, right? So if you wanted to play that support role for some reason, I don't think Insect Glaive players play the support role. But if you wanted to have wide range in your build, you can definitely just use the wide range talisman, or use those level 1s to have wide range. I should not have been hit there. And then you have 2 levels of Mushromancer, or maybe 3 if you sacrifice 1 level of Weakness Exploit. Yeah, that sequence, I was disturbed by my family. Okay, we're cooked. Alright, let's go. Now we are focused. Yeah, we have to... Second offset, come on. One day, this breakdancing wannabe, I'm gonna offset you when you do that. Oh, we were too far. Again? Come on. Yeah, this is on me. The other 2, I was... Finally. He's gonna do the... No. Tail whip. That's safer. Okay, one more offset to get the reaction. 2. I gotta cut this tail. He's not gonna stop doing this move. Come on. He's gonna jump. Diving now. This is why I wished I had like a divine blessing and some sort of management, sharpness management. Because look at my weapon. It's already on the blue. I do have mind's eye. No, come on. Nice. I do have mind's eye, which makes it easier for me to attack him without being, without bouncing back. But having to sharpen your weapon often is not great. That's one comfort skill that I would look for. I think the best one will be razor sharp, because in this build we don't have high affinity. We have 70 when everything is maxed. So razor sharp makes more sense. Can I drop this? Yeah, we can. Also, we can. Brother. Get out of here, Dogara. I don't need you in this fight. Get out of here. Thank you for the buffs. But this is not your war. Leave. This is what I'm talking about. This hunt would have been way faster if he didn't change zones like this. I want to repeat this hunt, but that's fine. It's fine. There's no need. Give me my sneak attack, man. 2, one more time. 3, dive. Okay, we hunted him, we didn't capture, which made it even longer. But we had the buff from Azuz, so we need the extra carve. Not that we need anything from him at this point. Like, I've hunted him about 100 times, I think. I'll check now how many times I've hunted this guy. But, you never know when you need the materials to craft something else. Let me see, how many times did I hunt this poor soul? Where is it? Where is he? Yeah. 141. Yeah. That's a lot. But yeah, this is like two in a one video, basically. Instead of giving you, giving you 2 separate videos, we give you one that has 2 things for you. So if you don't care about the build, I will put a timestamp for you to jump into. I should have said this earlier in the introduction, but I'll just put it anyways. And let's see what talismans we got from this one. Wow. Artillery, trash. I mean, no. Guard up, special ammo. This is maybe for the heavy bowgun. Yeah, that's the heavy bowgun, maybe. And peak performance also. Actually, this is decent, not bad. Special ammo, trash, mind's eye, stamina surge. Dual blades. Dual blades, but no. I can't justify this. Evade window guard. Come on. Maybe charge blade if you do savage axe and you want to have, but no. I can't justify any of these. Punishing draw, stun resistance, no. Sleep attack heroics, maybe if you do a, the sleep build with the heroics. Maybe greatsword players with sleep damage, maybe. Probably this one. Recoveries, no. Mega trash, but it's fine. Yeah. When it comes to my luck with these talismans, man, like I have so many, like I have good talismans for the dual blades and the bow. Like, it's insane. If I show you here, just quickly. Where is my... Look at this. This is decent. Where is the Master's Touch and Constitution? This is like dual blades all over it. Rapid Morph. Rapid Morph is trash. Where is the Artillery? Gun lance, maybe. This is This is okay for paralysis build. Well, this is the best talisman in my opinion, but I don't use it as much because I like critical eye for the Insect Glaive. But yeah, this is the build. This is my own version of comfort builds. There are other versions as well that you can use. These 4-piece Zoshia. I did use this one for the beginning of Savage Omega when I was playing on multiplayer. Where's the equipment info? So yeah, 4-piece Zoshia, 1-piece Guardian Arcveld. I don't have evade window here, and I don't have earplugs because he doesn't roar. And evade window doesn't make sense in that fight because most of his attacks have bigger AoE zones, so you can't iframe through them. So just get the hell out of the way with extender. So that was the build I used. This was the build I used at the start when I was fighting Savage Omega. So you can have stun resistance here. You can also add fire resistance, escape jewels. You can have free meal, speed eating. You can have wide range if you want for that fight. So yeah, this is the 4-piece Zoshia. And then the other two where you can have the haste and recovery and decimator. These two I would wait. Personally, I would wait until we get the next update where we can add more decoration slots. I'm not sure if it will work for the 8-star rarity or the 8 level. Why can't I speak for all of a sudden? I'm not sure if it will work for the rarity 8 gear pieces. But if it does, it will revolutionize this one. It will give you more when it comes to adding damage skills or adding more skills to your build. So these two I would wait. And then this one I actually like. Tool Specialist with Tool Specialist. You have good damage, you have Weakness Exploit, Agitator, Tool Specialist, Divine Blessing, Evade Extender. You don't have Evade Window here, but you can use it. You can use this one and this one to slot it in the build, and then complement it with the meal that you eat. So many ways you can set up your own comfort build. But yeah, if you have specific skills that you like to add to your build, and if you need my help, just tell me in the comment section, and yeah, I will see you on the next one. Peace.